So glad you're here, because you're watching Game the Game. I'm Becca Scott, and today we're playing Aftermath. Let me introduce my friends. Say hello to Markeia McCarty. Hey. Omar Najam.
How's it going?
And B. Dave Walters.
Hello.
Aptly playing a character named Messiah. So this is a storybook game by Jerry Hawthorne, who you may know he did Stuffed Fables, he did Comanauts. You guys are nodding like...
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course, obviously.
These are from Plaid Hat Games, which makes a lot of these awesome storybook games. So I'm very excited because it's the first time we've gotten to feature one of these on the show, and there's a lot of fun reading to be done in a storybook game. So we're just gonna kick it off by reading The Day of Great Calamity, and then we'll tell you a little bit about our characters. Oh, also should mention there are a little bit of rules that we could go over in such a thing as a how to play video. There is a link in the description below, so check that out if you'd like to see it. Otherwise, Grumple sits hunched by the fire, her guinea pig cheeks jostling as she nibbles a cherry tomato.
Were you scared?
Asks a wee mouse lad. The other younglings nod in excited agreement at the question.
Of course I was.
Grumple snaps.
Terrified. We don't call it the calamity for nothing. The humans had vanished, everyone. We had no way of knowing what happened to them. The only clue was the strange dusty powder that was blowing around them back then. And there we were, trapped in the pet store without food. Our water running perilously low. We hadn't seen Mr. Hansen in days. And in the distance, fires raged. And remember, back then, everything was fear and confusion. Fear for the need of food, fear for need of shelter, fear of predators. It was all we knew. More than that, it was all we could experience. And when the humans vanished, everything changed for us.
And then we became the humans.
Says a bouncing little mole lass.
Ew.
Protests the friend sitting next to her.
You indeed.
Agrees Grumple.
Humans were enormous, foul-smelling giants, and they were each of random temperament. Some might feed you, yet others might kick you away. We were always bowing and scraping to please them out of fear of punishment. But when the calamity happened, we were afraid no longer. It was like a fog was lifted from our minds. Gears that had a long lain dormant suddenly began to turn within our noggins. And at that moment, I knew what I had to do. My teeth are powerful, of course,
Says Grumple proudly.
so I chewed through the plastic casing of the latch and held my cage shut, and then I began to help the others too. Soon, most everyone was freed.
Like Smokey?
Inquires a youngling, and all the little ones shiver at the dread name.
I heard she was in the pet shop too.
Yes, we freed Smokey too.
Admits Grumple.
In those days, she was just a kitten, sweet and dear. We did not know yet what she would become.
And Grumple shakes her head sadly.
Tidbit and Patch were there, weren't they?
Asks a young shrew.
Yes, they were there as well.
Says Grumple nodding.
And they were poorly off. Dear Tidbit was malnourished and pregnant. But once freed, we found food and learned to operate the great cranks that used to make water back then. Sadly, only one of Tidbit's babes survived the ordeal.
And that was Mezzy?
Yes!
Says Grumple.
That was our Messiah, the firstborn of what would become of our new colony.
The guinea pig shakes her head and gives a wistful chuckle.
Those were interesting times.
She says fondly.
Though we didn't find it so charming then. We had never had to fend for ourselves, and everywhere we looked, the land was in upheaval. Our story was just beginning, but just as the stories of you children are only just beginning now. We had to learn to survive. Things are different now. We have learned much. But always we struggle to build our community so that together we all thrive. The humans had everything, but lost it. We must wield the great tools they left behind and somehow, together, build a better world from the ruin we inherited.
Crush it. Messiah closes his eyes and takes in a deep breath. He tries to blank his mind, but his sensitive mouse ears pick up all of the noises of the colony. The squeaks of playful young furs, distant hammering, and the hum of countless conversations all prevent him from calming his nerves.
Easy there.
Says Grumple, and she lays her guinea pig paw on his shoulder.
No need to be nervous. This is the easy part.
Easy for you to say.
He replies.
Everybody trusts you already.
Hey, I'm new to this too.
She reminds him.
You think people look at my bulk and think I should be out in the field? I've got something to prove too, but there's no need to fret about departure. Like I said, this is the easy part.
Messiah shakes his head, and the two of them walk to the gates to meet up with the others. Ringer and Whisper are already there waiting for them. Ringer practically bounces with excitement, and Whisper frowns as she does her best to pretend she can't see him. We're finally doing it, the hamster calls out. It's a big day.
Yes, it is.
Agrees Patch. And turning, Messiah and his friends see the colony leaders, Patch and Tidbit, arriving with the providers. Even Ringer falls silent. The providers are living legends, seasoned warriors, skilled crafts critters, and expert scouts. These grizzled professionals are responsible for protecting the colony as well as foraging in the wilds for food, water, and other supplies.
Ready to get to it?
Asks Cookie, giving a wink to the nervous trainees. Yes, squeals Ringer. The rest of you are silent, but try to look confident. After several weeks of intense training, you are indeed ready to go out on your first mission. Becoming providers will allow the colony to expand and store more food, but it's dangerous work. The world beyond the safety of the colony is filled with countless perils. The predators that once cowered from the humans now roam with impunity, and many critters, desperate for resources, have become territorial and aggressive. Providers are considered heroes for a reason, and everyone has the scars to prove it. You leave at once, traveling toward the fabled dungeon of Injo. You are mostly silent as a multitude of thoughts fire rapidly through your minds. The providers give little reassurances here and there and point out items of interest on the walk. But the providers have their own mission this day, and halfway to Injo, you part ways.
Trust yourself.
Says Tuft before leaving.
And trust each other. And remember, if you gotta turn tail and retreat, then by all means do so.
Collect the Raid on Injo mission card. This will be your main mission for this game session. Choose a player to be the bookkeeper. Give that player the campaign dashboard. Set the clues and time dials on the dashboard to 0, and set the food, morale, and scrap dials to 5. Set the population dial to 8. The bookkeeper will take the first turn, and play will proceed in clockwise order. Move the party location marker, which is on this board here. We're on Abigail Lane to start. Move the party location marker to an adjacent location on the travel map. We suggest traveling to E Street, as that is the quickest path to your mission location, Injo. Once you have traveled to an adjacent location on the travel map, go to the page number listed on that location.
Here we go.
Oh my!
Oh, bravo.
Wow. The role playing was strong.
Everyone.
Okay, B-Dave, read us that mission.
Patch puts a paw on Messiah's shoulder and says, I can't believe my son is old enough to raid Injo. He shakes his head in disbelief. Listen, you be careful out there. Be alert and don't get cocky. Your mom is going to be worried sick even with Grumple along for protection. I'll be fine, groans Messiah. You will be, agrees Patch, so long as you trust each other and work together.
That is one angsty teen.
Yeah.
And edgy, not angsty, edgy.
All right. So our mission goal, find a way into Injo, get out with a bag of onion snoodles. Available travel methods on foot. And we're attempting to get to C1 on our travel map. Okay, so you can see we start here at A1, Abigail Lane. Team, what do you think? Injo is C1, and there's just B1 in between us. Should we do as the book suggests and go to the right?
You know, gotta play it by the book. So
Yes, this is a group decision. It's a first mission. We could go rogue, but okay, let's head on over to E Street.
Yes. Let's do it.
Love E Street. Okay.
Awesome bands on each.
So to page 5 we go. Here is our map of E Street.
Cute.
And time for a little more flavor text. So, Markeia, would you read under start?
Indeed. Gaw! Snarls Grumple in irritation as Messiah's cloak tickles her nose. You see anything yet? The young mouse stands on Grumple's burly shoulders, peeking through a knothole in the wooden fence. Messiah scans the quiet street on the other side, taking in the hulking forms of decaying cars and patches of tall grass that grow from cracks in the ruined pavement. It isn't much cover from birds, but all but useless if you run into a cat. It'll be a lot of running for cover, but the coast is clear, Messiah says as he drops lightly from Grumple's shoulders. About time, grouses Ringer. Shh, hisses Whisper with a glare. Ringer just winks and smiles crookedly, jiggling hamster cheeks full of nibbles. You push aside the loose fence board and push into the tall grass on the other side. You're going to risk the city street, and your tums turn sour as adrenaline floods your little bodies.
All right.
You don't even need us, by the way. Marqueia's gonna do this whole thing.
Yeah,
Right.
I do appreciate you made those voices canon.
It's true.
Okay, so a little housekeeping. At the top of this, it said to add 1 to our time on the campaign dashboard. We've done so. Then we place all of the characters on the enter the board space
Thank
down
you.
here. My pleasure.
Thanks.
Grumple's
Next
a big
up.
old girl.
We're gonna place some scavenge tokens everywhere there's a magnifying glass on this page.
Yes.
Then an encounter card. We'll draw an encounter card, and that's probably going to generate an enemy for us. Before we do, I'd love to read the flavor text on each of our character cards. So Markeia, tell us a little more about Whisper.
Yes.
On the back, there's actually a little flavor.
Okay, so the tale of Whisper. The providers found Whisper last winter while foraging. She was just a tiny thing, unconscious and half frozen. They didn't think she would make it. But Tidbit nursed her back to health. Something about Whisper is off. She prefers to be alone, often leaving the colony for a day or two. Her senses are oddly acute, and her mending skills are promising for such a young fur. I used to prefer to work alone. This conversation keeps reminding me of that. Whisper.
It's like a perfume commercial.
Yeah, absolutely, Whisper. All right, love it. And
Yeah.
you've, what's your starting item?
Yes, well, she has a chopstick. It's a silent melee weapon, and when moving, she will treat all solid green lines as dashed white lines. So that's really great.
Very cool. Yeah, as we'll find out in just a minute when we start moving around our little map here. It's 1 cost per movement to go through a dash line, and then to go through a colored line, it's 3, unless you have 2 of the same type of card. Okay, Omar, who's Grumple really?
But who is Grumple?
Who?
When the calamity hit, Grumple was saved from a cage by Patch and Tidbit. She is the only guinea pig in the colony, a fact that causes a deep loneliness. While most of the colony can subsist on almost anything, Grumple loves fresh veggies and can be quite grouchy without them. I will be playing to that. You wouldn't want to fight me on a bad day, and buddy, it's always a bad day. Grumple.
Wow, super solid. This is the tale of Ringer. There's no E, so it's Ringer. Ringer's a hamster with a passion for tinkering and the heart of a scamp. He's one of the most popular young furs in the colony, no big deal. He's charismatic and mischievous. His parents are both tradesfolk. Pearl, his mother, is a master at food cooking and preservation. His father, Chuck, lost a leg in the swarm and now builds furniture. Ironic. Lost a leg and then puts legs on things. Give me the right parts and I can weaponize a butterfly. I mean, if that's what you're into. Are you? That's Ringer.
It's true.
Oh, I've got a ranged weapon. It's a one-shot.
Yeah, you have like a pistol.
Yeah!
It's like,
I told you I can tinker.
The tale of Messiah. Messiah was the first and only offspring of Patch and Tidbit. He was born just hours after the calamity. Other mice call him firstborn, a title that makes Messiah uncomfortable. He is smaller than the other mice, but has the sharpest eyes in the colony, making him an excellent marks mouse. I hang back. If somebody wants to hurt me, why would I give him a chance? Messiah.
Okay. pretty cool.
I have a crossbow. I am silent death from a distance.
Love it.
Very on brand for
Very
me.
nice.
And we should mention this is a campaign game. As you can see, this is a fairly thick storybook here. You can continue to play. There's boxes for your deck so you can accumulate cards and then be able to store the game to come back to it at a later time for a new session. And the campaign technically ends and we win if all of us complete our ultimate goal, which for Ringer is to build a workshop and acquire a toy truck. No big deal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sweet toy truck.
Let's get that toy track.
Yeah, Grumble, what you doing with your life?
I want to build a garden.
Makes a lot of sense.
Get those vegetables.
Get your veggies.
Whisper wants to build a mender's hut and have a population of at least 20 other people. Mice, guinea pigs, critters. At least 20 other critters.
Because she likes being alone, but she
I
wants a big
know.
colony, right?
Oh, there's a lot of sides to Whisper.
A lot of layers.
absolutely.
A lot of layers. Honestly, I have no idea what mine means. My goal is to have mission 11 in your banished deck box and 2 or more alliance cards in your colony supply deck box.
I assume mission 11 is in our mission deck. We're doing mission 1 raid on Enjo. So to finish the 11th mission, and then in our banished deck, I assume means we put a card there once we've finished that mission. It goes into the banished deck. All right, friends, now we're ready to flip our encounter.
Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
24 rat bandits. The situation is hostile.
No.
Super happy fun rants.
24 rat bandits?
No. It's encounter number 24. Okay. Can you grumple that for me?
Rat filth.
Snaps Grumple.
This lot would happily eat each other if it came to it.
Oh, so judgmental. Set up 1 scrapper leader and a number of scrappers equal to the number of characters minus 1. So we're gonna pull out 4 scrappers, including their leader. And they're the ones with the big wrenches in their
That looks
hands.
like a scrapper leader.
And then
Big
the
old
leader
wrench.
has the gun with a similar look. I assume they all have, ooh, yeah.
Like
There's the
that
leader.
guy.
And then 1 more scrapper.
Wow.
All right.
We've got 4 scrappers
We'll say this guy's the leader.
coming at us.
He's got a square base. The guy with the square base is the leader.
Square base is the leader for sure.
Square.
What a square. All right, and it also says loot broken equipment. So if we take out the rat bandits, we will earn a broken piece of equipment.
Ooh.
It's a lot of work. Okay,
Hey, I'm a
of rats.
mender, and you're a tinkerer, so we could do
true.
a lot with that.
we can handle
I
that.
want my vegetables.
I'm gonna say I've shuffled these. If you would randomly place them in the first 4 enemy spots of the threat track.
Okay, randomly placing.
All right. All right. Oh.
It doesn't seem random.
It was so random, it really was. Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
By example.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so next up, we're gonna go with our bookkeeper's turn. Grumple, that's you. So
All right.
draw 5 cards from the deck here.
1, 2. I'm already screwing this game up.
Thank you all for tuning in.
This has been the
Game
easiest
the
part.
Game.
It's all strategy. It's all strategy. Okay, here we go. What do I got? What do I got? What do I got? Hey, all good stuff.
Yeah, no threat
All
cards.
good stuff. Nothing bad. Nothing bad.
All right,
For you.
you got a little strength. Oh, some wild cards. There's resistance and instinct.
Good to know. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm going to burn my wild card, my 1 wild card, hop 1 square over to then check and investigate the magnifying glass there.
Oh, okay.
How does that sound?
So let's see. You're a big old Grumple, and you're gonna
Grumple.
move 1,
Yes.
Discard
so I'm
that
burning
card,
this. Thank you.
the wild card, and then you will scavenge for 2. Now
Yes.
this is a scavenge check of 2, meaning you need at least 2 to pass the skill check, and it must be the yellow card.
So I will be using the yellow card, which for me is 3.
Sounds
But
like
I'm also
enough.
rolling, right?
You do, yeah. For any skill check, there's 4 numbers that come into play. There's the cards you play.
Yes.
There's any bonuses on your character, or any bonuses on any items.
Yep.
And then you roll the white die once.
All right, here we go. Hopefully it's not a negative.
Yes,
Hey!
one. All right, here is your scavenge
Everything's
token.
coming up, Grumple. I've got 2 cheese.
Well, hey there. Well, bookkeeper, you just went up 2 pips on the food
Boom.
meter.
We're up to 7 food, everybody.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Food comes in handy in between any player's turn or at the end of a player's turn when we are in a state of safety instead of hostility. We can choose to nest, do a little nesting action.
Love it.
And when we do that, we can remove wounds and spend some food to do so.
All right.
Take a short rest.
I'm gonna burn that.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna hold on to these. I think I'm good for now.
Okay.
Because with all those fools in the corner, not to metagame, but I'm gonna hold on.
Okay, fair.
Hold on.
You want to be able to defend if it comes to that.
When?
All right, now in a player turn, if had you drawn the calamity, we would have dealt with that. You didn't draw any threat cards. You did your action, so now we check the threat. No threat cards on those enemies, so they sit tight. So Ringer's just gonna draw 5 cards.
I believe in you, Ringer.
You're doing a better job than I did.
Thank you. No threats, no threats, no threats. Okay, well, so we got some threats.
Hey.
2, in fact. So if you would shuffle those up and then place them under the first 2 enemies.
All right. And okay.
Great.
Okay. You know what? It's actually better that the bigger number went on the scrapper leader because that means that they do not have a ranged attack. They have a melee attack. Anyway, I've got 3 cards to work with and they're all agility based. So let's see, I can use them to move and I can use them to do ranged attacks and I've got a 1-shot. So that sounds smart to me.
Ka-chow.
I could also do it from a hiding place.
You can get to the hiding place and shoot them, yeah.
A hiding place is a place on the map with this picture of an eye and a line through it. That means that as long as you are not a character that is listed as big, like Grumple, you could go there and not be seen by the enemies.
Grumple's not a hider.
No.
No.
Grumple's a doer.
Here's my plan. I'm gonna spend 1 agility to move a little bit closer, and then I'm gonna say, "Oh, what up, you stupid scrappers?" And I'm gonna go for this weak scrapper down here because I have a better chance of hitting them with a defensive value of 6 here. So my goal is to get to 6. Here's what I can do. I can play a 2. Then I can play an additional card with the same number or symbol. Turns out this card has both, so I'm at 4. Then I'll add +1 to, because of Ringer's modifier on my character ability, that puts me at 5, +1 because of my 1-shot, and this is a ranged weapon 2, so I'm 2 squares away from all those baddies. So I have 5 so far, and then I'm gonna roll the
No,
die.
that's 6.
I have 6 so far. Okay, so
6 is what you need. Oh, but
that's
you
all
might
I
get a
need,
minus.
but I might get a minus. So, but I won't get a minus. I'll
You
get a
won't.
plus.
That's
You
not gonna
won't.
happen. Hey!
All right. So let's see. I was targeting just one of the scrapper with the gun in the back there.
Hold the back. Give it a try.
Took him out. Only had a health of 1.
That's it.
Goodbye. Removed from play. And I'm out of cards, so my turn is over, but let's go ahead and look at the end of the player turn. We check the threat. If it is a hostile environment and there are more threat cards than enemy cards, which there are not, so the enemies don't get a turn.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so by taking it out, I made it more likely that they would come for us.
Also true.
Oh.
That's all right. They made it like that, not us.
Yeah.
That's true.
True.
Right, so I draw 5, correct?
You sure do.
2, 3, 4, 5.
You're also good at getting cards.
Hey, all right. So, and also good at getting no threat.
What?
Yes.
I'm not good at that.
Okay, so how many spaces do I need to get into hiding from here? 'Cause I'm here.
Ooh, well, that's an interesting question. So,
Yes.
there is this green line in between you and the hiding space. And if it's a colored line, that means you either need to have a card that can spend 3 movement to get across it, or if you pay a total of 2 movement cards that are the same color or same number, then you only have to, that counts as 1 movement if you're paying at least 2 cards to do some moving.
So if I spend these 2 cards here, even though it's 4, it only costs me 1 movement to get across.
Correct, and then you can still move 3 more times, so that's probably the way.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 to get up here.
Sweet.
Which things happen in that space. I'm hiding, and then there's potentially looting, and then something else.
Yeah,
third
there
symbol.
is. So you would read the 3 of eyeballs. Since we can't
If
move it, do you want me to read?
Please. But read it like Messiah.
The shadow of an abandoned car looks like it would make a great hiding place.
Rule reminder, hiding spot. A character on that symbol cannot be targeted by an enemy in a different space. An enemy will not move toward a character that is hiding unless there are no other characters to move toward. Meaning they can melee hit you if they happen to be in that space.
All right. I'm gonna spend this to loot what this is here.
Awesome. So perfect. You're spending your
And I have
instinct
+1.
card.
Right.
Great. So that's a total of 2, but you
I still
do,
need
do
to
still
roll.
have to roll the dice.
Just in case.
Skill
Yep.
checks.
Nope. I made.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Super made.
All right. So what did I get?
You tell me.
A battery.
Yeah.
Oh, those come in handy.
That's important.
Really handy.
Yep.
Give me the loot.
So that's there. Okay.
They, in the future, we will fast travel by riding in tiny little power cars, and so you need batteries to fuel them.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm
That's
sure.
adorable.
Well, I guess I abandoned that then.
Yeah, actually, once we use one of these scavenge tokens, that token is gone forever from the game, so we start leveling up because these are cost 2. Sometimes there's difficulty level 3 and 4.
Yikes.
All right. So, and I'm about to blast somebody. So, how many? What's the defense on the leader?
7.
Well, everybody has 7.
They've all got 7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out the leader. So
Sweet.
I have 1 of my agility here, and I'm gonna use the wild card, so that'll be 2.
Perfect.
And then I've got a +2 bonus, so it's 4. And then my crossbow gives me 1, so that's 5.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
Come on, 2.
No.
Back down to 4.
That is a not hit.
Worth going for it.
Actually.
They didn't even see it come at them.
Oh no, that didn't matter. My ability didn't matter. Okay, so then that's my turn.
Cool. And because you didn't draw any threat cards, then you didn't make it any more dangerous for other players.
Thank you for my 5 cards.
I hope I didn't curse them.
Oh, yay! No threat cards.
Yeah.
Yay. That means you're gonna get all threat cards, Omar.
Possibly.
Five. Oh yeah, but you don't have to draw many, so actually it will be
Ooh.
Ranger that is gonna draw all the threat cards.
You're welcome.
Okay, so with my chopstick, Whisper does not pay attention to solid green lines. They're like dash white lines for her. So that'll just be 1 movement. I'm gonna go for that scavenging area that we have right there. So
Here?
how many spaces is that?
Right
That's
there.
1, 2, that's 2 movement. Okay, so for that movement, I'm gonna use this card
what you
because
got there.
it was 3, right?
Agility 3.
Yay! So do that. Then I am going to go for scavenging.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna use this really super sweet number 3 wild card for it.
Perfect.
Yes.
Roll that die.
And because I don't have any other pluses when it comes to smarts. Yay!
Yeah.
Nice. So you got 5. All right. Overkill. Overscavenged.
And we've got cheese.
We got cheese.
We have 2 cheese.
2 cheese?
2 cheese.
Yo, we're up to 9 cheese.
We have so much
Hey.
cheese. We got
Cheese.
cheese on cheese on cheese.
Cheese on cheese.
So I used this for that. Yes, yes I did. Yes I
Okay.
did. Okay, but there is more to be had because there's more to scavenge there, and I have the the possible willpower to do it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go for that other scavenge.
Okay.
I still just have this 1.
1.
Go
But
big.
what did I say?
We'll
Go
see. I
big.
just need a +1.
Smile on you.
You did.
Yay.
There you go.
What do we have? And Whisper found 2 gears. 2 gears?
Ooh, yeah, that's scrap. Our scrapometer goes up. We can use that
Nice.
for crafting broken items into fixed items.
Nice. Scrap is up to 7, everyone.
Solid scrapping.
Whisper was super quick and super silent and just all the whisperiness, but still has a bit of movement. I wanted to make it to the to the hiding spot. 1,
You're 3 away. You could do it.
2, 3. But I feel like I need to save this for combat. So, yeah. So how about, is there anything else on that space that I can do?
Oh, yeah. You can just resolve this eye number 1. Can you read that from there, or?
You notice a human shoe. Once a fancy, vibrant red, it is now covered in a thin layer of dust. Some say when the humans disappeared, all that was left were the shoes and wisps of dust that drifted away on the breeze.
What about the rest of their clothes?
All shoes.
Yeah, so Whisper like sticks her little paw in it and is like, they were huge. And that's it. That's her. That's her thing with that.
Huge.
I'm gonna keep my cards. Cool. Whisper's got a box cutter and and a will to rumble.
All right, 2 cards for Omar.
All right,
Because 5 total, right?
here we go.
What'd I say?
All right.
There it is.
Those threats get
Nothing
turned
but
over,
threat.
shuffled up randomly, placed under the 2 threats.
Is it this one and this one? Or?
No, the ones without threats yet.
Okay.
Okay, ready? There we go. And
Now they're gonna.
there we go.
All right. Yeah, that means at the end of this turn, they will indeed attack. But Omar, maybe you can do something to stop them.
I'm gonna go burn this one, hop on over, and then I'm gonna use both of these as defense. Let's do it. Let's hop the line.
Okay. Here, this space,
Yes, please.
next to the shoe.
And I am going to plant
Okay.
for the inevitable battle.
Solid.
We're ready.
Now it is
Bring it.
time for the enemy turn. First, we determine action. So let's look at Scrapper Leader, and there's a 2 as the threat number under that card. So what is the name of the action?
Aimed pot shot. This attack targets the farthest character within its range.
Okay. And then what's the movement?
It does not have a movement. It has a 0.
Movement of 0, range of 3.
3.
Okay.
Oh,
So it doesn't move, it just stands there shooting?
2. Because
I'm
Messiah
hiding.
is hidden,
You move.
I am actually the furthest away, so I am targeted.
You would have been the farthest.
Wow, bro, is that me? All right, and what is the kapow attack value
The
over there?
kapow is 4.
Okay, great. So I need to defend with 4. I have 0 cards in my hand. I'll just take a hit.
Ugh.
1 hit token, please.
Do you want to roll for it or anything?
I mean-
give it a go.
Can I roll a 4 with this dice that only gets a +3?
no.
I didn't realize it only had a +3.
Now more baddies are coming, so looks like the next scrapper with the square base is going to attack, and that one has a 1 value. What's the attack?
Movement of 2.
What's the name of the attack?
Clobber.
Clobber.
After attacking, if the target is not a big, it becomes rattled.
Uh-oh. That means you
So-
cannot play 1 or more action card in a skill test, so probably don't want them to attack anyone not big. So this is going to move 2.
Can they move over a solid line?
They move over a solid line as if it were a 1.
Got it.
All right, so that scrapper is coming for one of you, and we get to choose.
Come for me.
What? You'll be rattled.
No. I'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, go Whisper.
Sure.
All right.
Take them, Whisper. All right,
Okay,
so
the
range
kapow
of
is
0.
5.
Can you defend for 5?
I don't believe I have to.
What?
I have a defense of 4, but because of my class, odd 1. Use when being attacked by an enemy in your space. That attack automatically misses. Move your figure across a dashed line to an adjacent space. You cannot tumble if you are trapped or surrounded by solid lines. I'm not surrounded by solid lines. They did just try to attack me, so I tumble out of the space.
What?
Ooh, very cool. Good moves, good moves.
So their attack did nothing to nobody.
They
Love
swing
it.
at you, you roll out, then they look up at me.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Whisper's like, did you mean me?
Oh.
Nice. All right, the final scrapper moves into the same space and is looking right at you, Grumple.
Bring it.
All right, you've got to defend against 5.
Easy. You kidding me? Oh, wait, great. 2 plus 2 equals 4, plus my modifier equals 1. I'm gonna roll as long as I don't get a negative.
Right.
So
you're gonna get
get a positive.
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 Good enough.
Who
Take a
cares?
0.
Yay for 0.
All right.
Yay for 0.
Yay for 0. You do have to spin these cards.
Yes.
Well defended. And now that was the end of my turn, so B-Dave. Take it away.
Was that you or was it the end of
Oh, yes,
his?
I'm sorry. All those threats go away.
I thought that was the end of his turn. Am I wrong?
Boom.
You are right.
Yeah,
Now.
that's now your turn.
I tried to skip me.
No, I can't forget about you.
Thank you. I
And all
can.
these threat cards.
Very selfless.
All right, and that's a fun effect that, like, now the baddies have taken their turn. It's a little chill for a while. We can do some things.
Now we take out some
We have
baddies.
to very thoroughly shuffle this deck when we're done. We get some clumps, some terrible clumps.
Maybe so. And okay.
Whoa!
I have drawn the Calamity card. This here card says roll a die and add your time. So our time is currently 1, and we'll add 0.
That's one.
Yay for 0.
So we don't yet resolve the Calamity because this Calamity effect on E Street says Calamity 3+.
Hey!
Yay for 0.
Yeah, yay for 0. And there we go. Resolve the Calamity entry on the current. So I guess it just goes in the discard,
Yay!
and
Way to
we will
dodge
have
a bullet.
to shuffle at some
Yay.
point.
All right.
I say we're winning.
Yes.
Don't jinx it. We'll be cursed by hubris.
One threat on that scrapper leader, if you would. Okay, now I've got a wild, 1 defense, and 1 melee. I could shoot at the baddies in my space and then run away, in the adjacent space. So I'm gonna come after the scrapper with the square base.
Ah, squarey.
Right.
Low can
Yeah.
you go?
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I could get a +3.
To hit. Right?
It is very possible.
I can only roll a +3 for this to work, so we'll just see what happens.
I believe in you.
A +3.
That's not enough.
That is not
That's
a
not enough.
+3.
But so close.
I could also run into a hiding spot, so that's what I'll do with my final deck.
Ooh.
Bam.
Good running.
Glad you're here. Now duck, so I can shoot this dude.
Well, alright, I could do that.
Get down. Everybody, get down. All right, no threat though.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
all
Very
right.
nice.
Ooh, but I don't have enough. Well, I mean, I theoretically can shoot it. I need to beat 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
3. I'm sitting at 4. I also would need a +3 because I can only shoot with my dexterity.
If you play this one as your agility, now you have to play agility, which is the green
Right.
wing,
Right.
in order to do a ranged attack.
Right.
But there's a little bonus way where you can get in a little more points of damage if this is the first card you play. If it's
Right.
either a wild or an agility, then you can play any card of the same color or number on top of it to add to that attack, even if it wasn't the same base attribute you needed. So you can add your 1s to that.
Excellent. So question, I have team focus. Used before rolling any resolution dice for a skill test, which you just said this is. Reduce the difficulty of that skill test by 1 for each other character in my space. So with you here with me,
I help.
when I'm like, get down, I step on your back to stabilize. So it goes down by 1. All right, so
Such a little mouse with big
2,
ears. You need the little
3.
boost.
So I'm already at 4, 5.
need
I'm already at 5.
7.
No, I'm just seeing what my options are. You know what? I'm gonna spend them all because so I'll be 7, 8, 9. I'll be at 10. I think. Right. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. So there's 1, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I'm gonna go 6, 7, 8 in case I roll poorly because I need 7, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go for 8.
Done.
Hey, I notched the leader.
Yes.
Leader down.
Boom, 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 boom.
Amazing.
So those are spent.
Thank you. Slide up those monsters. The threat stays.
These are spent. I'm gonna give these 2 defense to Whisper.
Oh, well played.
Because
Yeah,
they're all
'cause-
right there, right on top.
Because you had 2 or fewer. Yeah.
2 or
so
fewer.
yours, 2 or fewer.
Yeah.
I'm in hiding. I'm
Nicely
like,
done.
take one of them out, Whisper. Keep your hands up.
Can I draw you
And
two
Whisper looks over, it looks like she's about to talk, and then she just nods. Okay, so 2 more cards. Yay, neither of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, all right, so then I will use one of these then to move into the space because I'm about to get melee crazy.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Yeah. Okay, I'll target the one that has the thread on him. So I'll just do that.
Let's do it.
So I've got a 3 when it comes to melee. My weapon gives me a +1, and then I get a +1 naturally. So 5. I have 5 here.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. sorry, I don't want to go too before we go on. My toothpick crossbow, when you defeat an enemy with a defense of 5 or plus, we get an extra, what is that, the salvage, the gear?
Using this weapon, get 1 scrap.
Yeah.
We're at
We
8.
just scrapped it
Sorry.
up.
Sorry.
Scraps and
We're
scraps and
scrapped.
scraps.
Didn't mean to interrupt, but I was like, my eyes just went like,
That's a great interruption. Okay, so I have 5 naturally, so I have to go to 2.
Yeah.
Is there
did it.
anything else that I can put on there? I'm like trying to trick this out.
If only you had a red or a 3.
I know. If only. Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
Whoa! 3 plus.
All right. Okay, so Whisper did like this whole whisper quiet, flippy thing behind the red heel, and then like exploded out of that, taking down Scrapper, and then like kind of stands up next to Grumple and just brushes off her leaf cloak.
Yeah. Scrapper got scrapped.
brush his shoulders off. So this card should be fairly well shuffled.
Excellent.
So I used.
Thank you.
And looking at this, does anybody need anything? Like, because I can give a card if someone wants a defense
You can only give
thing.
one?
Give an action card to a player that has 2 or fewer. It doesn't have a limit on that.
So here's my thought, and it might be your thought. Is I give it to Grumble so Grumble can put this dude away without drawing any more threat.
What would you want?
I say a 2 and a 1 spans the gamut of what might be drawn. You could add to an attack.
I might need
You need
the
defense.
defense just to stack up.
Oh, the 2 would help. Because if you add this 2 defense, you could start a defensive action, and then any other 2s are playable after you've started a defensive, or any attribute for defense.
Yeah.
And then that's 4, plus the 5 on Grumble's innate defensive ability could defend against the 5 damage Scrapper's thrown out.
Can
So
I
you
give
could
2
the other
cards?
two, yeah.
Yes.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, because it's up to 2 or
do it.
fewer. So yeah.
All right.
Right.
Whoa, we're gonna get a piece of broken loot when this last Scrapper's defeated.
All
So
about
it
that
does need to
broken
act,
loot.
though.
And I believe that makes this environment now safe.
Well, no, it's not beaten yet.
When the Scrapper is gone.
Yes. Okay.
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 So
The Scrapper needs to act.
now the Scrapper's
Scrapper
going
is
to attack.
Is the Scrapper gonna try to go for me and then I just tumble out of the way, or what's going on?
Oh, right.
Oh, we can we decide, right?
We decide.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Silly
what's going on.
Scrapper.
Oh, you did.
We're all like, you can't leave me there.
Oh, sorry, Scrapper. What does Whisper say?
Whisper's like, they never learn.
Ooh.
True.
Perfect.
And then
Let's discard
javelins out of there.
your threat card over there, please.
All right.
All right, we did all that preparation, and
Right.
Omar, you don't even need to defend.
Well, Grumble can put him away, though. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, let's see,
Grumble can do
Grumble.
some
Ooh,
violence.
last 3 cards.
Is it 3?
Here we go.
Wait, well, okay, do
have
we?
to do
Well,
a-
hang on.
Ooh, that's
Oh. So we put this under the Scrapper. Thank you so much. Okay, that's a 3 there. You both have ranged weapons. I don't have any melee ability, and I only have a melee weapon. But Grumble's had enough.
Yeah.
And I can throw a heavy object or character sharing my space up to 2 spaces away out of sight. So what I would like to do my turn is just grab the Scrapper and go, get out! And just chuck them into another space right into the,
Throw them like here.
yes. Yeah,
Then we can all shoot. Yeah.
Yeah.
right past Whisper.
I love her. And Whisper doesn't even move. It's just be like,
Yeah.
no flinch.
It's like Buffy
like
with the
wish.
truck. Yeah.
you're like, and then just like looks at Grumble and it's like,
Amazing. Great. So throw has this 2 in the corner, which means you have to discard up to 2 in order to be able to do that action. And Markeia, I think we might have let you tumble for free over there.
I think we did, but it was really cool.
It was super cool.
So I know not to do it from here on out.
Doesn't
Yeah,
it have to be a wild card even for him to throw?
that's correct. Yes, it has to be white cards, and white cards are the wild cards. Okay.
He's too big and stinky.
How about to balance out the fact that we forgot to pay the cost for you to do your cool tumble ability? You just take a wound token. We'll heal him up when we nest in just a minute anyway.
Hey, we're cheese on cheese on cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah, we'll be
cheese.
good.
I'm gonna burn this then
Ooh, okay.
to
Yellow
get
tea.
out of there.
Where are you going?
I am going to hop up to the exit.
Sure.
right? I
Yeah.
can do that, right?
Now, if you spend
3.
2 yellows, you can get across that green line.
Let's do it.
You go straight.
We're
there.
we're in the end game now.
All right, and then you just choose to vacate?
Yes. Now, outside of OOC, I would like to gift this to you, Ringer,
Sure.
in the hopes that it gives you luck.
Now we know how Grumble survived to tell the story.
I left them all behind.
I wouldn't mind the other because chances are at the end of this turn, Scrapper's coming after me and I can't tumble my way out.
So, as I am leaping out, here you go. Best of luck.
Whisper's like,
Solid nod.
Solid
nod. That's right. It is the enemy turn, so Scrapper's coming at Markeia for 5.
so, actually it's a 3, so it's a pot shot.
So it will move 0 and have a range of 3, except B-Dave and I are hidden. So
It's still coming after me, but at least its kapow is 4 as opposed to 5.
nice. Okay.
Hey.
And you've already got 5. Oh, you're over OP'd.
Yeah.
have
So
to
with that extra card, so I have 3 of defense with the card value. I have 1 with my chopsticks, so that gives me 4, and then another 2. So I have a total of 6 defense.
Plus
Is it
die
the way?
roll.
You just need to beat 4.
Hey. Yay, 0.
Nice.
Yay, 0.
Okay, so we discard that threat.
I'm very glad that there was a 3 under there.
Yeah. Now we'll give it a little shuffle.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. It's going to be your turn, correct?
It is.
I'm waiting for ya.
There we go.
I'm the only hamster around here, and I know how to defend my friends.
Put him away.
Just 4. Okay, 4, because Omar gave me 1. Ooh, we got some wild cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Here's what's up. I'm just gonna shoot with my range, and that's gonna be 1 agility card, plus I am a +1 agility character, and I have +1 on range with my 1 shot, so that's 3. Then I can play other cards with a 1 on them, and that puts me up to 5. Come on,
Black die.
bad die, bad die, bad die. Good die, good die, good die, right here. That's 1 turn. That's 1. Then
We could have put the 2 wild with that.
well,
as an
no.
agility.
It would have to match something on
Oh,
the
yeah,
first
'cause
card
all
played.
buttons.
That's okay. Worth a shot.
Literally.
Then, then I didn't draw a threat, so nothing's coming from me. So I'm gonna give my wild over to you, Messiah.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. Gotta make it
Welcome.
count. Gotta make it
Do
count. Put him,
that.
so you shot him from there without moving, so I can shoot him from there without moving?
Yeah. And actually, as I do that, I'm gonna spend my final 2 to, you know what? I'm just gonna peace out.
Yeah,
Because that's the
you
kind of
know.
hamster I am.
Oh.
Go for it.
Welcome.
I'll hold him off.
Sup, bruh? I think they got it, right? They'll find us.
All right.
You just left them?
Some threat.
Oh, what'd you
Some
do?
threat. That's all right.
I went ahead.
All right. Messiah's had enough to cover my friend's exit. So I'm gonna go 2 agility, and then I'm gonna add this other 2 to it. So 2, 4, I have 2 agility on my own, 6, 7 from my crossbow. So I just need it to be not negative.
Why'd you say it like that? You just needed it to be positive.
I spoke so highly of you, Messiah.
I told all the kids.
I'm gonna hold on to all 3 of these cards then.
So Markeia's gonna need to defend against that scrapper coming at her, but there's something we've been leaving out of the enemy turn. We were playing on a little bit of easy mode. We actually roll the black die, and that's gonna be added to that enemy's attack value, which is a thing we're kind of overlooking. So maybe we
Should've left
deserve.
with Grumple.
So it's at least 5, maybe as much as 8 then.
Well, if you're gonna put it into number terms,
Heaven forbid, right?
it's
Okay.
true. But guess what? A wound's a
But
wound.
but it could also be less than 5.
It's true. But a wound is a wound, and Markeia doesn't have any cards with which to defend.
Right.
So
That's
I'm
a-
going to be
that's a
rolling both
wound.
of these?
You don't roll
Nope.
at all.
You
don't
just take a
card.
wound token.
Oh, there's no way for me to...
Oh,
Not
because you
without
have
a
no,
card to
because
play.
you haven't gotten them yet.
Unfortunately, for any skill test, you have to have at least 1 card to play, and then you can add to that with modifiers. But if there's no original card, you
So-
can't add to it.
I hate the house rule. I hate the retcon a retcon, but since I didn't know that and I was sitting on this, could I give her the 1? Because I wouldn't have left her with nothing had I known.
Let's
0.
retcon a retcon.
Okay.
Retcon.
All right.
Reception.
All right, so try for something here, right? If
Okay.
they get a negative. All right, they got
Yay,
a 0.
0.
They get a
Yay, 0.
positive.
Boo, -2.
Boo.
So
Negative 2.
yeah, I'm because their kapow was 5.
There was
and
a
then
chance.
there was a slight chance because it was 3 and 4, but then it got knocked down to 2.
Yes.
And that got burned.
We spent that,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead and give you a wound, and then draw your cards, and we'll get rid of that threat for the scrapper.
And you.
All right.
Yes.
Anyone's game.
Yes. Don't
Anyone's
don't
game.
forget your wound.
Yes.
That's a wound.
Cool.
All right.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
So
Okay,
Scrapper will
okay.
be attacking again. I love how everybody just left Whisper.
And not everybody.
We thought you could handle it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go for. Is there? I'm just rolling the white die to fight the Scrapper.
Yes,
right?
it's just a regular skill test. It's only on opposed skill test that
Okay.
you also roll the black die.
I'm like, stack them all up. Put this dude away.
Yeah.
There's no point in hoarding it.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't. I can
right.
only do the ones
Oh, I thought those
with
were
the
threes.
melee.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought they were all 3s. But hey, you'll have a pretty good defense. That's
Yeah. So I've got 3 melee here, and then 4 with my chopstick, and then 5 with my natural ability.
Nice.
But theirs is a 7, so I have to get a 2 or higher still to be able to do anything.
Uh-oh, it is an opposed skill test.
What is going on here? What have we been doing this
Reading
entire
is
game?
hard, friends. Okay, resolve an opposed skill test, and we've recently learned an opposed skill test means the black die is rolled as well. So you roll them together.
All right, so I'm rolling now to see if their defense gets knocked down any.
Yeah.
It does not.
Okay.
It increases.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Oh,
so did
okay.
mine.
Match.
Push, but that's not enough.
You had a 5, you needed a 7. All right, so let's go ahead and give the enemies their
Oh.
chance.
Well, no, I still have this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
You could run away.
Yeah, get out
I'm
of
gonna
here.
have to.
Yeah, leave.
because I'm 2 wounds in.
Yeah,
I can't.
go.
I can't. So
You're gonna leave
I'm
too?
going to leave.
I'm
All
gonna,
right.
because I will stand hidden and just blast this guy.
Now, if you're
right.
the only
Yeah.
character left, they do come for you.
Oh, he knows when I'm hiding?
He knows when you're hiding as long as you're the only one left.
All right.
Where's that coming from?
So we're now
Well,
resolving
he's
the
not,
Scrapper's
he's
turn.
not doing anything because it was me attacking
This
him.
is still out.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's still
okay.
out.
Okay.
It is his turn.
All right, so now it's the enemy turn. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can come at me.
no.
Scrapper's
Yeah.
coming at you. You're gonna
go.
roll them at the same time. If
even know
you
what
have
that
a
is.
card to defend with.
But I can defend with anything, right?
Yeah. Okay, so you had 3 and they have 6. You're gonna take 1 wound, no big deal.
all right.
Hey, guess what? We got so much cheese.
Yeah.
use
Give me
use
my
the 3
wound.
to get out of there.
Nah, I'm taking him with me. That's my backup plan. It's my
Sure.
fallback position.
Let's grab
So-
that threat card.
But he moved over to the space then, right? Because this was only a melee move.
Thank you. Yes, that was
What's his
melee.
move? What's his move?
After attacking, if the target is not a big, it becomes rattled.
Thank you for reading that. Okay, here is your rattled, and that's not fun. You may just want to run.
Yeah, I'm leaving. It's not worth it. I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah, that loot would have been nice, y'all, but
It's not worth it. I'm just gonna go.
Peace
There's
out.
there's not a.
Yep.
All right, friends, now we have left E Street. So we're all collectively on this little location map. And when leaving by this exit, move your party to an adjacent space on the travel map. Pachoo! Injo, page 43.
Injo's where we're trying to get to, right?
Should we all take this chance, every person, and eat cheese to remove wounds?
Absolutely, but it's actually at the end of a player's turn when the situation is safe.
So maybe it will be.
We'll see what happens.
All right, Omar, if you would please read us a little bit about the land of Injo.
Frankie and Benji were mice. and they sat beneath the desk in the office cubicle staring longingly at the temple to food that stood proudly in the nearby break room. Bold primary colors covered the temple's exterior, save for the plexiglass that allowed worshippers to gaze upon the edible marvels within. Frankie and Benji sat and stared dumbly at the temple as humans approached it and fed it offerings of paper and metal discs. And the temple repaid them with pungent delights wrapped in crinkled bags, or at least it did when it found them worthy.
Ooh.
Those who were deemed unfit were denied their prize. They would curse and strike the temple, demanding access to the withheld love of their god. But their only recourse was to slink away in shame or to sacrifice more paper and coin. Frankie and Benji dreamed desperately of joining the temple and feasting upon its many marvels. But it seemed that the joyous event would never arrive. But one day, the building shook with terrible ferocity, and the break room collapsed, revealing a solid blue sky beyond. Frankie and Benji watched a distant planet plummet from the sky. They heard automobiles crash in the streets below. Summoning what courage they had, they crept to the crumbling edge where once there had been a break room. Wind whipped at their fur, and lo, down on the streets, 2 stories below, was the temple, unmolested by its fall and uncaring of the break room's demise. It stood there, as tall and as proud as ever, angrily daring any and all to try, just try, to oppose the god of treats. The streets that were never empty lay empty. There was not a human being in sight, and Frankie and Benji exchanged glances. Things were looking up.
Solid.
Question, do I still have these 4 cards from the last hand, or do I start over?
At the beginning of each and every turn, we have the ability to discard and draw, but I think you can choose to keep them or
I think I'm
not
gonna
keep
hold
them.
on. This isn't a bad setup for me.
Okay, go to page 45.
Oh,
So now I
Injo,
got a
that's
new map.
adorable. There, I get it now. I've been trying to figure out this entire time what it was.
Injo!
I get it. It's,
Oh,
it's
enjoy.
enjoy, but enjoy is all mossed over.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
good.
The craggle.
I love it. Okay, let's add 1 to our time-o-meter.
The loots.
And it says, oh yeah, more loots. That's it, says Grumple, and she gives a whistle. Jeepers, says Ringer in hushed tones. You stand in the shadows of a large, red mailbox. Before you sits a tall heap of concrete chunks, and beside it is the crumbling ruin of a high-rise office building, sunbeams streaming through its corporate corpse. At the crest of the heap is a colorful vending machine that catches the eye. The letters E-N-J-O, clearly visible. Injo, whispers Messiah under his breath. Jeepers, Ringer repeats. Set up, place our characters in our interspace, place the search tokens on the indicated spaces, or scavenge, and encounter. Draw an encounter card.
Do it.
We eat cheese to fix wounds first.
The end of someone's turn is when we theoretically can.
Okay.
If it's safe. It may not be.
All right.
It will be.
Yeah! Let's think happy thoughts.
We're at Enjo.
Yeah.
Safe!
Hey!
Yay!
This is card number 21, Nomads.
Stay alert. I warn. This lot has a feral look in their eyes. The number of randoms equals the number of us. And where do they go?
There should just be 4. They all have different bases.
But where? There?
On the enemy symbol, perfect, you got it?
Okay.
All right, you know what? I am the bookkeeper.
What? Just so you know, it's not that easy.
Noted. We'll see how we do. All right.
Does morale or anything change as we move on?
No, it stays as is, but we have the potential to earn 2 loot if we handle all these nomads. Now,
Let me do the talking.
because this situation is safe, we actually can communicate with the nomads, as you'll see over here. Not only do they have their life and their defense value, they also have a communication value. And that is, you have a communication ability where you can go there and expend the yellow cards in order to communicate with them. And if you succeed, then we can add to our population. They'll just peace out off the board, go back to the homestead. But if you communicate poorly, you make the situation hostile.
What's the value? you need over there?
Communicate is 5, except the leader is 6. So I want to make sure that we have a chance to heal our wounds, because I know Markeia had to take a bunch of wounds, and I have one. So I'm not going to communicate this turn as much as I want to, because I want to be able to do a nesting action at the end of a player's turn. So I'm going to go over and first draw up my cards.
Draw the cards.
Thank you.
You can get your scavenge on.
I'll get my scavenge on, but not quite. If I get a wild card, I have an ability I can do instead. All right, I have 5 cards, and 2 of them happen to be threats. Markeia, if you would do the honors. They're the same. Are they?
I was putting a lot into that shuffle too. I was like, oh.
But there's not more threat than enemies, so we're still gonna get to nest.
We're chill. Yeah, we can nest, and we can maybe have a chance to communicate as long as the next person doesn't draw. Okay, let's not think about that. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna spend a 3 to make my way across this here thick green line. Then while I'm there, I'm going to spend 1 instinct card in order to scavenge, and then I can add 1 to it. Oh, actually, don't even, I have +2 as my character ability, so that's 3. Could potentially do it. I'm just gonna add 1 to be safe. All right, so I'm gonna add 2 brilliance, +2 in my character ability, plus, okay, I made the 2, we'll do it.
Good that you did that.
Yep.
Good, definitely
2
good.
food for the party.
2 food.
Now we're at 11. Don't feel bad about it. And I would like to nest at the end of this player's turn. As long as the situation is safe, the party can nest. So let's resolve in the following order. Each character may spend 1 cheese to remove 1 heart. Okay, so each character can just do that once. So spending 1 cheese.
I'm spending 1 cheese.
Spending 1 cheese.
I'll keep this here in case.
3 cheese spent puts us at 8. Oh, and by heart, I mean wound, obviously. Change all of the toxic wounds to regular wounds, but nobody has those. Remove all negative status effects. Aha, you're rattled. Goes bye-bye. Here we go.
Fine.
Discard all batteries from items. Don't worry, we didn't equip your battery in any item. 5, may spend gear tokens to repair broken items. We don't have any broken items. I almost had one when I did my cool finder ability, but not quite. But we do add 1 to our time, which could make a calamity occur or be more likely.
Oh.
All right, I pass turn because the enemies don't need a turn yet.
Hey. Okay. So, I'm going to take these 2 to get in their same space. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna spend 3 brilliance, make that 4 brilliance. I have a bonus, 5 brilliance to talk.
I mean, you got 1,000 brilliance.
No, thank you. So, is this opposed because they're not hostile? Do I just roll the 1 or do I roll them both?
Let's just read. Communicate. When situation is safe, target an enemy sharing your space and resolve an opposed skill test of the brilliance category or instinct. The difficulty of the test is the target's communication value.
So I do 1 die or 2?
Both die.
And I need, so the boss is 6?
Yes.
And the other guys are 5?
Yes.
Go low.
I'm already sitting at 5, so I'm just gonna tell you like this guy, not the boss. Not
Okay,
the
so-
boss.
Not the boss.
Yeah, this
So
nearest guy.
hexagon or?
I'll go for the stop sign.
What's a
guy.
7-sided?
Septagon.
Septagon.
Because if you went for that one
Haven't rolled
and
yet.
you were successful,
I'll talk to the regular guy with threat on him, the non-leader guy.
Okay.
Blue.
I do not make it.
So that's gonna make things a little more hostile.
By a little, do you mean like?
There's just 1 hostile. So a little is the same as a lot. But yeah, also a little.
New plan, shoot him.
Yeah, they're not so happy anymore. No more talking.
No, really, I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot them. You can perform a ranged attack from up
Right.
to 1 space
I'm
away.
like, hello, friends. And like, pow! Right. Okay. So
They shouldn't have hissed at you.
They should not.
this is a wild
What's
world.
the defense on the leader?
The leader is 6. Just one of them has a defense of 5.
Is that the one that has a threat on him?
Yes.
I'll take out the one with the 5 and the threat.
Okay.
I definitely will and should have taken out the leader, but that's all right. I definitely notched that guy.
All right, Meekling with the hexagon base is done.
So what was his defense?
That was 5.
So we get an extra resource.
Technically, oh yeah, 5+.
Yep. It is my toothpick crossbow. When you defeat an enemy with a defense of 5 or plus, using this weapon gets
1 scrap.
1 scrap.
Scrap it
They
up.
said I shot something usable off of him. Bam! that we can have.
He's like, my monocle.
Unfortunately, that also leaves me with no defense. So when they start fighting, I'm kind of point blank and helpless. But that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Oops.
That's it for me.
Okay, Markeia, you need 1, 2,
I knew what
3,
this
4,
was.
5.
I knew when I got involved. Mm-hmm. Well, you're still good because no threats.
Hey.
They're just not sure what they're doing.
That's how you play the game.
Right.
Oh wow, I got a lot of 2s going on here. I feel like there's stuff that I should do with that.
Murder is the thing you should
Murder?
do with that.
I should do murder.
Well, she's got no melee.
I don't. I know. I'm all melee.
You
I
could
don't
do
have
a
any-
ranged attack.
I can because I have that right here.
And that one too. You can do 6.
Oh, and that. I mean, I guess.
Is the chopstick ranged?
Yes, because I'll throw it and it has a rope, and then I just pull it back in.
Try and take out the leader. That's a pretty high number.
So I have a natural range of 1.
Yeah.
So I guess if I use one of these to then move, I'm gonna move into. I'm sorry, I can't really see.
Everything costs more to move through except
Well, not
this
for
square.
not for my character. Cause
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good abilities.
Yeah.
Or you could move over here if you want to be ready to grab scavenge next
I
time.
would really like to scavenge, so let's go ahead and do that.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so you spent
Okay.
1 brilliance, or
Yes.
instinct.
Right there. And now let's. I'm targeting. Well, I've got 7. Everybody else is 6. It doesn't really
out the
matter.
leader.
I'll take out the leader.
Okay.
Okay, so the leader stays 6, and I just went 8.
Nice.
Hey.
So
That's called death.
yeah.
This meekling leader is no more. Oh, what
I
does-
tried to talk.
Oh, right.
I'll move these up, and now I will go for that scavenge.
Awesome.
So it is 2, and I have 2, so yay!
Yay.
Done it.
Hey.
Whatever it is, I want it.
What'd you get?
2 cheese.
2 cheese.
Yeah, 2 cheese.
All right. Well, the
Oh
world.
crap! I should have left myself with a card. I'm coming. I'm coming around.
We're
Coming
face
around.
taking.
That's
Yep.
okay. We've got cheese.
Now we can no longer nest because the world is now hostile, but that's all right. That's all
Counting
right.
Parmesan with my accountant.
Now the enemies get a turn because the threats are equal to the number of enemies left. So let's look at that first one. An assault scurry with a movement of 2. After attacking, if possible, move this figure 2 spaces towards the nearest search token or scavenge token. So that is for the square base. And they're in a space with an enemy or a friendly, so they don't move. And let's see, their attack value is 5. So
I have no defense, so I mean, if I can't defend, I just take the 2 hits.
they're both assault scurries. They're both going to deal 2 wounds to B-Dave, and then they're going to scurry on over to the nearest scavenge tokens. And because there's 2 scavenge tokens, I'm going to send one over here and one over here to me.
Okay. Good thing we nested.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, let's clean up this mess.
Oh, Grumble, do something.
Oh, great.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Actually, we should have erased those threats when they
Yeah.
resolved. So now they'll just happen again, and no little calamities happening.
Just great.
All right, so now you're gonna roll the black die and add it to our time, which is now 3. If the total is equal to or more than the calamity value, which is 6, then we will resolve the calamity.
Everyone ready?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yay.
You did it. You saved us.
Very
Well
nice.
done.
Not today, Calamity.
Dang it. This goes in the shuffle.
You're big, but still agile enough to dodge calamity.
All right. Could you shuffle?
Oh yeah. Oh. I do have a question. Since originally they were neutral and the threat was resolved, is there any way that it's safe now and we can try to...
not.
It's not. Is there any way back to safe once it's hostile? Like you have one shot at it,
You get one shot.
one
I
opportunity.
mean, that's how war negotiations work.
You got one shot.
Once in a lifetime. Come
True.
on.
So you 6 times in a row, you got to beat the roll or things get nasty.
What's their defense? 6.
Yeah.
Let me do maths.
But you might knock it down.
You can attack from there.
B-Dave, you're actually on the I with the number 2. So, Omar, you can read that passage if you like.
You kneel to get a drink from the puddle, but Whisper stops you. It's poisoned. Look. And she points to the rusted remains of a crushed luxury sedan nearby. Then you see what she's pointing at. A thick green fluid of some sort is leaking from the old wreckage and into the puddle, tainting the water. Even in their absence, the corrosive mark that humans left upon the world has endured. We're the worst.
Yeah.
Retrieve mission card 3 from the discovery deck and add it to the bottom of the mission deck.
Great. So we'll add that to our deck of cards. It's for later on in the campaign.
I am going to burn these 2 and hop on over to this middle region right there. I'm making my way downtown.
Moving fast. Where is the exit, by the way?
All right.
Enjo? Is it Enjo, right? We have to get to Enjo?
Probably.
No, the exit is where this mouse is. This meekling, as it were.
Okay.
Okay. Well, too late. Really could have used a little defense.
Wait.
Because they're coming at me. Okay. So the first meekling with the square base is up here, and they are going to do a 3. So what does Bite and Flee say?
After attacking, remove this meekling from play and remove the nearest, scavenge token.
Okay.
So
And then they move 2.
they have a move of 2 and a kapow of 3.
Got it. The nearest enemy is gonna be you, Whisper. Their movement is 2, and if they attack for 3. Yeah, I think because you don't have a
Grumble's
card.
very big and is within range.
Oh, you go.
Neither one of us have cards. Never mind.
Yeah, that's how movement works for an enemy.
Okay, so I
you
have
can take a
3
look.
natural defense.
You have to have an action card to play to add it to.
Defend? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I guess I just take a
Good
wound.
bit. Yep. And then it leaves.
But then it flees. So
But it takes
Takes
one of our
one of
tokens with
these.
it.
Ugh.
do we
Would you mind
want to
passing
know
my
what we lost, or just let it fate decide?
I think just let it.
Actually, we'll just put
let
it back
happen.
in the deck here.
Oh no, they actually go away
they just
forever.
dis-
I'll go away forever.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Don't want to know.
Do I
don't
take the threat with it, or do I move this up? What goes on here?
We'll actually resolve this where it is, and then we'll slide it up so this threat can go away.
Okay, it's an assault scurry. After attacking, if possible, move this figure 2 spaces toward the nearest thing.
Scavenge token.
It's 2 movements again.
It's actually on the space with me. I'll just take a wound because I don't have any cards. All right, now it moves on to my turn.
I'll start
All
shuffling
right.
these.
Yeah, I
Do
gave
you
him a
have
good
enough?
shuffle, so no, I'm gonna need 3 more cards.
This stays here, or that was their attack
It's
turn?
gone, and the meekling will slide up to the top slot.
Okay.
Just one more enemy.
We got this.
And that goes in there as well.
We got this.
How many more do you need, ma'am?
3, please.
Ooh.
3 cards?
Oh, safe from all
Yeah!
threats. All right. Oh, snap. Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 blue card in order to go up here, and there's a 3 with an eye.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
If this is your first time on this page during this campaign, go to 45-6. 45-6. You press yourselves flat against the cool concrete slab. Holding your breath, you sneak a peek over the edge. From your vantage, you spy a gecko warband, clear as day. They are well armed and organized, sneaking through the shattered land, hunting. It seems like forever, but they finally pass. Clue +1, yeah! Retrieve encounter card 12 from the discovery deck and add it to the bottom of the encounter deck. All right, so that'll be added to the very bottom. You don't shuffle the encounter deck, it just will come up. I'm having a really good time resolving these numbers, so I'm just gonna go up to the enjoy. And while I'm here, I see number 1. Ringer's frustrated. That's me. Okay, we're here now, but like, how do we get inside? Grumple brushes some dust off of you and presses your furry face. And you press your furry faces against the plexiglass to peer inside of the treats. Look, I think I see cheesy crunchums. Oh, and is that a bag of onion snoodles? Squeaks Messiah.
Why are you making fun of me?
Not all what I sound like.
Even Grumple, who prefers fresh veggies, wouldn't turn down an onion snoodle or two. You frantically search the machine for a way to get in, but the only opening is buried under the rubble. If you are on mission 1, go to 45-2. Moving the rubble requires a strength group task. Difficulty 10. Ooh, this is our first group task. I'm gonna move this group task counter to the 10 dial. And it's a strength challenge.
Like we do it now or when we're all there?
This can be cumulative over multiple turns. We can keep adding to this group task area right here. Only characters on the 1 space can contribute. So where I'm currently standing, success, each character that contributed puts their influence card into play, which is a card inside our box, and the 1 becomes an exit. When leaving by this exit, we'll go to a certain page. Now, something we didn't mention about exits. If there's multiple exits on a page, we all have to leave through the same exit. I've already spent my only strength card, and I'm just gonna hold tight because I really wanna use my cool finder ability. So pass turn.
Right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No threat, which is good. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna spend 1, 3 to move across the red line and be in the same space as Whisper.
Ooh.
Right? Then I'm gonna use my team focus ability to reduce the difficulty of shooting this dude by 1. Then I'm going to spend 2 brilliance and 2 of these to put a round in his face. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna make sure this guy's dead. So.
Oh, I see, because you use your wild
Yes.
of ranged, got it.
Yes. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Unfortunately, you need 1 wild to use your team focus.
That's actually not terrible. I'm gonna hold on to this 1 so I have some defense. I learned that lesson. So I'm still gonna put 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 points on this dude's face though. So let's see if it's enough.
Okay, he's gonna roll the opposition die at the same time.
No, he very much gets shot, like a bot.
Yeah. Very cool, good shootings. And that is our final enemy, which makes this area now safe.
Which means nesting.
Lead him to the promised land.
We have a loot of 2 scrap, which brings us up to 11. And it's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Oh, we still don't have any broken items, though.
Well, now that it's, because we don't have to leave yet, so you can draw and see if you get a wild card to give to you to salvage a broken item.
Well, we also, I think, should continue to finish this group task and use all our strength to break in the Enjoy Joe.
Okay, enjoy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I want to nest because I have 2 wounds.
Well, actually, I can call the nest at the end of my turn.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll call the nest.
Okay, so
You don't
each
have to
character
push
may
it.
spend 1 to remove a heart. A wound.
I will spend 1.
I'll spend 1.
I will also spend 1. Dang,
Does it
Grumple.
put a cheese at?
That puts our cheese at 7.
Okay.
Change all toxic wounds to wounds. Remove all negative status effects. We're all good. Discard all batteries if they were in items. And then we can spend gears to repair broken items. And then we add 1 to the time. Nesting done. Markeia.
It's like I almost don't know what to do with myself with no enemy to have to.
Calamity! You spoke too soon!
Why did you say it?
No, I won't from here on out.
Cursed by hubris.
No enemy, blah, 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 blah.
At least there's no.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
What a nice game. Be terrible if somebody were to mess it all up.
So you're gonna roll the black die, add it to our time, which is now 4, and if you roll the 6, you will trigger the calamity.
You won't.
You won't. Yay for 0. Yay for 0.
Yeah, yay for 0.
Yay for negative.
0, 0, 0, 0.
Yay!
Yay!
Nice.
Good friend.
Bye, Calamity. See you never, hopefully.
That wild, I could get us an item.
Sure.
But
But you don't have 2 or less cards.
Shit.
You've got 3 cards I can't give you.
What's wrong with me? Why did I do this?
I'm gonna go straight to Enjo.
Okay.
There's other scavenging that could be done by other people, so I will use this 2 to go straight to Enjo, where I'm going to participate in our strength group task, and I'm going to go ahead and put the 1 wild down there, and then just ones. Ones are the thing for the group task, so all the ones are strength things that you have, and I'm putting 3 towards it.
And we actually should count up with the group task instead of down. That was my mistake. All right.
Only 7 more to go for that.
Solid turn, solid turn.
And Whisper pulls out a little cracker sandwich. It has some cheese whiz in the middle of it, and she just munches very delicately.
Whoa,
yeah.
you been holding out, Whisperer?
Of course.
No shame, no shame.
All right, what do I got? Oh, don't matter?
It still goes on the threat track because
Okay.
enemies might arrive.
Yep.
There we are. All right, all right, all right, all right.
Grumble McConaughey.
Time is a flat circle. What I would like to do is get to Enjo as soon as possible. So I can use this to cross. That's a green line, right?
Yeah, it's 3 to cross, right?
Yeah, it's gonna cost you 3s.
To get up there?
Yeah.
Great. Gate. Burn.
That gets you across 1, not the second one.
That's fine. Let's burn it. I'm up there. I'm as close as I can get at the current moment.
Sweet.
Well, you can.
And then I'm going to give this to Messiah.
Thanks, Grumble.
Okay, I'm gonna draw 2 cards. One is a threat. One's a 3 of brilliance.
It's a good thing those guys ran.
Right? All right.
You can use the 1 for the digging.
I just really want to use my cool ability to get us an item, but guess what? Over it. I'm going to, while I'm here, spin this wild card on our group task. It puts us up to 5.
Do you have to be on the square to do that, or you can do it at any time?
I'm there.
She's there. She was there first.
All right, I have a brilliance of 3. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna burn this number 3. I'm using my movement to go 1, 2, and then now that I'm here, I'm gonna spend this yellow card and roll a die, and it's gonna be a positive number. But Ringer has +2 instinct.
Yes!
Ability. No big deal. I'm like a super cool young fur.
Good eye.
It's 3 cheese.
Hey,
yeah,
cheese. We've been eating a lot, so that's good.
1, 2, 3. All right, not mad at it.
Still a little dinged up.
You gotta eat cheese to find cheese.
It's like they always say.
Whisper just looks over at Grumble. Is like,
Hey, mice in glass houses shouldn't row boats.
Ooh. Would anyone like this one? Hold on, my turn's not over, and I'm gonna play a 1 to the group task. Okay.
Brings up to 6.
But you're not there anymore.
you're not there anymore. If you give it to me, though, I'll make sure to use it.
It's yours.
Okay.
Right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thread, but I'm not afraid. So I can get 1 to get here. Right?
Yep.
That's the shortest route, right? And then I need 3. All right, so hold on. I'll do that 1 there. And then I need, unfortunately, I need 3 to get across.
Yep.
Well,
do it.
And then I'll add mine to the cause here.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
7.
Then put
8?
back into it.
8.
Oh, I didn't add one.
Yeah.
yay, maps.
Yeah.
All of us.
Stronger than I look.
All right. Now, there is one thing that can happen even when it's safe. We have to check threat. So if there are 4 or more threat cards, we have to read the lightning bolt entry. Can you get to that one, Omar?
I can. Surge, time +1. If there are enemies in play, the situation becomes hostile and resolve an enemy turn. Otherwise, discard all threat cards from the threat track. Okay, great.
Time is
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll nest
Happy to do.
at the end of my turn.
Okay,
We can nest.
nesting.
Time just got +1.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Although she did it right
Now,
great.
next time we see a calamity, it's going to happen almost automatically because that's going to put us up to 6 times if we nest.
Okay.
But let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, well, at least we'll be healed.
We're
Okay.
really close to Enjo at this point.
All right, so it's up to 6 times. And we did that all in order. Of course, we spent our 2 cheese. And then we did number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6 was time.
Markeia's turn.
Right. I will take 4 cards, please. This is definitely going to, so we're at 8.
Hold on,
Four.
in case you got calamity, let's deal with that first.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, don't know. All right.
Hey.
All right.
Well, you just need to put 2
I
and we're
think,
done.
yeah. Yeah. There you go. And how many cards you have over there? Oh, you already spent the wild.
I did.
Okay. Well, that's enough for us
Puts us
to...
at 9. One more.
Oh, okay, no. There you go.
All right.
All right, so our group task is something to be read.
Each character that contributed. Did you put something in there, Omar?
He gave...
No.
Grumble gave it to me to
Give it to
then
me?
give.
No, Grumble
and
gave strength to me, yeah.
to...
Do you want to pass one of those to Grumple over here so they can...
It'll take me forever to get there.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. So everyone except Grumple puts their influence card into play. So open up your box.
Ooh. I won't forget you, Grumble. Very influential.
I can give you these 2 cards so you get into Enjo.
Can we hold them up here?
Whisper.
It's because the Grumble card's too powerful.
All right. So we now have that number 3 of our particular strength in play. It's in our hand and can go in the discard like a regular card, I believe. Now this location that we're at becomes an exit. When we leave by this, we go to page 47. Markeia, it's still your turn. Do you exit?
It is totally still my turn. Yes, I am, and I'm going to give 3 cards to Grumble.
Oh, just 2.
A total of 3.
Gotcha.
For exiting in
Ready
whatever
get
you want to
over
do
the wall.
with
That's
it.
very kind of you to get Grumble over the wall.
Yeah.
You'd lean down a chopstick.
Yeah, actually, Whisper totally does that. She finishes her cracker cheese sandwich and then looks over at Grumble and actually tumbles over a little ladder over the little wall, and then
Solid. All right. On to Grumple. We check the threat, and there's nothing there, so here you go.
Don't be a bad thing. Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
everything's fine.
All right. I need 3 to get over to Enjo. And I burn these to make 3.
Great.
And I am out.
Grumple.
Moves surprisingly quickly for such a big guinea pig.
I would like to gift this to you, Ringer.
Thanks. Oh, I'm gonna take 3 cards.
Start shuffling these.
Thank you.
Starting to get low down on there. Uh-oh. It happened.
Here's my turn.
Hey,
Finally got that 3 wild.
Hey.
I know, but I want to make sure I get out of here. So with that in mind, let's see if I can make it over that token. I need 1, 2,
That's the white line you can't
3 if I
cross.
spend 2 cards in order of the same color to start crossing stuff. You know what? I just want to see what item happens.
Yeah.
Items are awesome.
I think we need to get out of here with 1 item.
I'm going to spend all of my mini brilliances to be able to move through these thick old lines. 1, 2, 3. Now that I'm here, let me just discard this search token and gain a broken item.
Yes.
What'd you get?
Double A armor. It's noisy, but it's +1 defense. And if you pay a battery, you get an additional one. But we have to pay 4 gears in order to repair it. So I'm gonna take a nesting phase.
I have a battery to donate.
Sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna take this nesting phase and add 1 time. Oh, well, that happens last. Okay, first things first.
I have Papa.
Anybody have any hearts to heal? Nope.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 4 scrap to repair the broken item.
Yes.
Yep.
Go
I've
from
put
11.
2 in there myself. Yeah.
I got
Got it.
armor.
Cool.
Sorry, friends.
But it's
Okay.
noisy, so you can't hide.
Yeah. It's not the kind of hamster I am.
Okay.
All right. Now I've got 2 more cards, and I can't use them to get out of here quite yet. Do you want anything or?
Hold on to them, because worst case, I can give you my 3 to get you out of here on my turn.
That's chill. I pass the turn. Let me move that time up.
Also, I said I wouldn't leave you. What I meant is I most likely won't leave you.
You should get out of here. No, you should go, and then I'm gonna go.
Let's see what's what.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, no, but
wait.
something maybe.
something happens with the 4, right?
At
We
the
just
end-
add 1 time. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, is that it? Oh, yeah,
the end of
because
your turn.
because of this thing hasn't changed. So you want me to go?
Yeah, and I'll take a 3 if you don't need it.
All right, yeah. You know what? Since we're near the end, you can have my 3, so you remember where it came from.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it is. And I'm out.
That's why they call him the Messiah.
Yeah, follow me.
All right, now we check the threat, and let's discard all those threats and go up 1 in time. And I just need to. I can't take it. I had 2 cards.
Oh.
Thank
Well,
you.
it says
Womp
2 or
womp.
fewer.
Oh, yeah, 2
That
or fewer.
has
Yeah, it was
2 or
2 or
fewer.
fewer. Yeah,
You're
there it
good,
is.
you're
All
good,
right.
you're good.
Happy day. Okay.
Yep.
Just 2.
All right, let's see.
Oh, if that had been a killer.
Nervous laughter, nervous laughter. All right, let me just come where my friends went. Wait up, bros! All right, and then we go on to page 47 for yet another storybook adventure inside of the Injo.
That is so cool.
I love those springs.
I know, so
ridiculous.
this is the beauty of a storybook adventure. It just keeps going on. You go into a next adventure. You can always put all of your character components and the things you've added to your deck inside of your character specific box. Throw it in the box for your next playtime. Friends, it's been really fun to have you here. Thank you for adventuring with me.
Thank you, and thank you for saving us from the gecko scourge.
Do what I can.
Yeah, it was nice mousing around with y'all.
Aww.
That's a terrible joke. It's not a mouse joke.
Whoa.
It's like,
Y'all, don't worry. Someday we're gonna get those onion snoodles.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Right there.
Someday you'll find your dream garden. Don't worry.
Thank you. Thank you. That's funny. That is legitimately a real life goal that I have. So that's not bad.
You Omar or you Grumple?
Me, Omar, I want a garden.
Oh, well, there you go.
So-
Be the grumple. Be the grumple you want to see in the world.
All you need is dirt. Just so you
Oh,
know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, well, that's
right.
what's been holding me back.
Thanks to you guys at home for watching. We'll see you next time on Game the Game. Bye.